our next shortlisted author is Francesca Catlow, author of Greek Secret, which is described as an escapist love story with a twist. So please welcome Francesca to the screen.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you. I'm going to start with the same question. Can you introduce yourself in a couple of sentences and tell us what?
So I'm Francesca Catlow. I'm the author of escapist women's fiction and romance, and I wrote the book Greek Secret. My hook for this book is what if you could never tell anyone how a relationship really ended? So it follows the character Ruby going to Corfu, and it shows, well, in my chapters you have some past chapters and some present chapters, and it's about whether she can overcome all the things that happened to her in the past, and if she can find her happiness in the present, and if she can actually find her way to do that.
What for you makes a good romantic heroine, a good romantic hero when it comes to books? What sort of qualities or things do you want the reader to kind of think about with your characters and say sort of that's
I
right there?
think they need I think they need flaws. I think no one's perfect, and if you have like this perfect romance, it's great, and it can be nice to read just like a really straight romance, but I think flawed characters, and no one's perfect, so it's much more relatable if you have characters who you can go, oh yeah, I would have said or done that stupid thing, or things that you can relate to. So when they come crashing together, there's more emotion behind it, because will they get over this past problem? Will they be honest with each other? Will they be able to share their life? And then you root for them more.
Hmm. So related to that, I guess, and there might be a little bit of overlap in your answer. I wonder if you could speak a little bit about what it is that you love about love stories.
What is there not to love about love? So, I mean, I think love is the strongest human emotion. It's love and hate, really, are the strongest emotions we feel. So I think any story, or not any story I read, but most stories I read across a lot of genres, but I do like the ones that have some element of romance in there, where you have characters who come together and they really connect. That's really important, because it glues it all together. So no matter what's going on, even if it's like crime or sci-fi or anything else, if it has a little bit of romance in there, I'm like, yeah, I'm in it. I'm there for it.
You're a shipper for life. Can you tell us maybe about some books you've read recently or some TV shows or films that you've seen that you really loved and have thought did love stories really well or in a really interesting way?
Gosh, that is a tough question, because I'm a mother of two very small children and I'm a full-time carer. So um, my husband has vocal cortical dysplasia, which gives him seizures. So I'm his full-time carer. So since having children, I don't get to watch as much TV as I used to, and I don't get to read as much as I used to. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks, which I love to do, because I can cook. I cook, and I listen to my little Echo plays my audiobooks for me, and I'm always really pleased I can do that. So at the moment, I'm actually rereading but listening to something I did years ago, which was the Victoria Hislop, The Island.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been sort of, because when I first read it, I was actually in Crete and going to Spinalonga, like on the boat, thinking, so I was really connecting with it, and I was like, am I going to connect with it the same now I'm like in the kitchen? But I am, and it's taking me there, and it has got the multi-generation and different aspects of love and romance, and you've got more complex characters who are easily swayed into, I don't, just in case anyone hasn't read it, I don't want to like ruin things. But you have got that complex element, and the different generations. I do like books that have different aspects like that.
Hmm, wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit about your writing routine? So obviously you have a lot going on in your life. Are you sort of getting up really early to write? Are you writing after everyone's gone to bed? How do you sort of split your writing day up?
So I really wish I had some kind of glamorous, get my beautiful coffee in its nice mug and nice bit of cake. But I don't even drink coffee. I'm like the only writer in the world who doesn't even drink coffee. And I really could do with it to stay awake sometimes. But yeah, it all started in 2020 lockdown, where I'd just given birth to my second child, like in the thick of lockdown, which was really horrible. So obviously I needed some escapism. And I just finished reading a book on my Kindle because I was like holding her with one arm reading, and I turned to my husband like, yeah, I can do this. So I started writing on my phone in the middle of the night. So I was like breastfeeding and wrote my first book on my phone. Anytime she woke up and needed feeding to keep myself awake, I would write my novel. So even now, she's obviously like 3 now, and my son is 5. I wait for them to go to bed, and then that's when my work day starts. So sometimes I'm tucking them in and I'm going, Mummy's going to bed now. I'm just literally going to sit in my bedroom, sit on the bed next to my husband. He's reading a book nicely, and I'm just there like doing my work for the day. She's in preschool now, so I have 2 sort of normal days during normal work hours where I actually get some, like, I can reply to emails at a human hour sometimes. But mostly it's after 7 or 8 p.m. at night until like 11 or 12 at night that I'm working.
Wow, that is incredible. Well, look, even bigger congratulations for being shortlisted for this award.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much.